Hey guys, welcome back to another video. It is Cosmos Star back at it again. Today is going to be a video of just reeling it back in, of like asking am I okay, because like I just want to make this video because you know, mental health is important, and as I said, or if I have not stated, that I want to make sure that being aware of, like, you know, how my mental health is, and also people around me, and like I think it's you know, lots of ways to outlet that, like express that, and I think one of the ways is, for me, like my situation is very challenging, and so I just want to come on to make, I just wanted to make this video for that. If you're new, welcome. Hi. This may be a video that may look very sad, but there's tons of other videos that I have already made that you can go check out, and they're really amazing, they're really fun, they're creative, I guess. So go check that out if you rather want to see happiness and like, ooh, like, what, you have a partner, that video or whatnot. So yeah, go check that out, because this video yeah, it's gonna be a little bit sad and you know, moody, I guess. Yeah, but I also wanted to say, as I just brought it up, this video is going to be there may be triggering things I may say, and I just wanted to say that before you watch this, in case, you know, maybe triggering, you know, obviously, but I just wanted to say that because I'm unpacking some things. I'm not sharing my whole life story, that's necessary yet. This is gonna be the disclaimer, okay? This is gonna be a disclaimer that there's gonna be some things I may say that are triggering, and I just want to let you know that. So if you don't want to watch the video, you can pause this and go to another video that may be more happy. Yeah. So I just wanted to say that. So I wanted to come up for this video. I wanted to ask myself, are you okay? And that question is very challenging, and I'm going to say no, and I'll tell you why. No, I am not okay, because the condition that I am in, which is where I come home to, and being around people that sadly do not, I do not represent, and they do not represent me, and that's okay, because I am my own person, and you know, regardless if it's a family member, you know, they don't I don't represent them, and they don't represent me. So but mental health wise, powered through. Like I know that's like, whoa, you know, like, are you sure about that? And I'm like, yes, I am. My mentally, I am okay. Physically, I am okay. I was about to say not, but because like, you know, physically I'm tired, because I literally just came back from a couple hours ago from scootering, and also taking the bus, just going out to college to do voice lessons. But yeah, I'm physically okay, mentally okay. It's just that I'm just not okay with the conditions and who is around me when I'm at home. Just creating a very nasty environment. And well, who I'm talking about is my parents. So I'm trying to see where I start, but maybe I'll just start with this. It's a very dysfunctional family. It has so since I've been in this family for 19 years. Obviously, I'm 19. I guess it has been dysfunctional ever since. And when I was growing up in elementary through middle school and then through high school, it's just, I started noticing things that my parents, are the relationship between them and the relationship between me, with my mom and with my father, or my mother or with my father, um, wasn't great. Like, I can tell you right now, like, I can't think of any happier moments where I was like, oh, I'm glad I had that moment. Maybe not right now, but like it's just really hard because there's so many horrible moments and bad moments where, um, that affected the good memories, and it's just like, wow, I don't, I can't recall having necessarily a good time, or something that struck out to me, and maybe it could be small, but it's that small good memory possibly faded away. So I can't recall, except maybe, I don't know, going for my birthday, going to Chuck E. Cheese, but it's very difficult, and that's a little bit sad, because I wish I had good memories with being around my family, and, um, you know, uh, just being as a kid, but all that aside, it really affected me, um, because knowing now, um, as of now, I am in community college. I am in a club filled with people that, have different backgrounds, experience different things, educational wise. Like, some people in the club and some people in my club, some people are in music, some people are, doing business, are into business or marketing and whatnot, but we still play together and have a good time and stuff like that. But overall, I'm just saying, like, right now, like, I am doing my own thing. I have been doing my own thing for a really long time, which is just being independent. And what that means to me is doing things that no one really needs to tell you, or, just doing things because you are a person, you are someone who can do things physically and mentally. And I've been doing that. And when my parents, I would say try to critique that, try to critique that. Sometimes they have opinions about it. Sometimes they have, very, like, very flat, like, not flashy, but like, I'll tell you what to do sort of talks and moments. And I'm just like, if it's not affecting you, and this could be used for any other things that maybe I bring up, I don't know, for this video, but it may not be affecting you. Okay, so I mean, if it's not affecting you, then I'm pretty sure that I'm okay. Like, I got things, I know I can do things. Just let me learn on my own is what I feel like they should learn more of, is like needing me to go on my own. And because I just work better. I just work better without having someone like a parent that's like just doesn't understand that I got it. I know how to fill out a job application. I filled out resumes, and it's not my parents. My mom thinks like, oh, you can just tell the manager, or like you can ask the manager, hey, he's the best, like you get their cell phone number, get their tell them that you're the best person and stuff like that. And I'm like, it doesn't happen like that. It doesn't happen like that. They go through papers and they say yes or no, you're hired or you're not, maybe next time, like that. Like, and I for some people it may be easier because people know people. I don't know people in this context of finding a job, and so that's why it's a little bit difficult. And that's why I tell my mom, hey, I told you so many times, I understand you want me to have more than one job, and or a job. And let me tell you, I had she she still says this, even though I take care of my brother. I'm gonna get into that, which I have no problem to about my brother. Um, I'm a care provider. I'm an Airbnb person, and I'm a night person, AKA I sell Cutco. So 3 jobs right there, which I've done each because I have them. I do them, and also I'm grateful because like I would like to have more jobs. And I know that sounds, crazy if someone was like having one job and it's like Monday to Friday and like you that's or whatnot, like having multiple jobs, that's a lot. And I'm like, yes, and but I would do it, and I would do my job very well. I want to make that money. So yeah, I may want to make that money. So, but but yeah, it's conversations like that, and my parents, my mom, does not understand and just continues to disrespect me heavy by just like, well, you're not working hard enough, or you're not doing the things that maybe you're doing something wrong. Even though I tell her the steps of what I'm doing, you know she still suspects that I'm doing something wrong. And it's just like, I don't know what to do with that. Like, I told you what I'm doing, that and you're not, if you're not satisfied with that, I don't know what to tell you. So but let me talk about my brother, because you could probably hear him in the background or whatnot. I don't know. So my brother, he has a disability and a neurological and a neurological. I think I said it right for the first time. Disorder. It's basically his nerves. It affects the nerves. So I'm just giving you what he can't do. He can't walk. He can't move necessarily every muscle. Like, he's able to crawl and stuff, but he can't move that much. Like, he can't get up. It also really, there's lots of nerves in the brain, and so it affects his speech. So he's not like speaking like how I'm speaking, like you can understand me. We know you can't understand him because he talks, I would say talk very babyish, but like in his way, he use long vowels, so to say. But yeah, he's very he's very intelligent. I love him so much. My family loves him so much as well. But if you hear screaming in the background, that's why, because he's perfectly fine. Well, fine, but in his state, because he's been experiencing. It's okay. I'm able to say this because I know what I'm doing. My brother is experiencing pain at the moment. Late years, but like it's getting more worse because, like I stated, he can't walk, and what that does is, like, if you're not using your muscles, those muscles or your bones or whatnot, they start to not work. So like his hips, yes, his hips are dislocated, so it causes a little bit of discomfort, and that's what has been bothering him so much. But he's getting care soon, and yeah, I'm so grateful that he's getting care. But that's what I wanted to share for my brother, because not everyone knows that, and it's also a very sensitive topic to talk about, obviously, but I'm okay with that. Now, getting back to me, but I don't know, for this video, but I wanted to talk about going back to me. Like, I am okay. It's just when I come back, when I come to this place, to this house, it's a different story. Um, like this, ever since ever since I got out of high school and graduated, things have went downhill with the relationship and just me being around them. Um, and like, this may raise a question or whatnot, like, am I a good kid? And like, yes, I am. I am a good kid. I'm not. I'm not thinking of anyone who says that I am a good kid or not a good kid. I know to myself, excuse me, I know to myself I am a good kid because, like I said, I stated I'm being independent. I'm going to college. I'm pursuing a job. I wanted to pursue more jobs. Like, who says who? I know, but like, who says like, oh, I want more than one job? And may I remind you, all these jobs are part time. Are part time, and I get that, but like, I'm saying, like, a job is a job, no matter if it's part time or full time. It's a job. So that's why I'm like, I want to have more jobs. But you know, my parents don't see it, and it's okay because they don't have to. It's just because I am being myself authentically and creatively, because I'm also a musician, so that's why I'm wanting to go pursue something. I'm a musician. I sing. I play piano, um, percussion instruments, all of that. I'm learning things that I have never really learned before, or like, I'm learning things that I have not seen in a long time with music theory and oral perception of hearing and all of that. And you know, that's it's always something. But um I also want to say that my parents are not good people. Like, people besides my family, I don't know their opinion about them fully. Like, they could, I don't, it's not like I don't care. It's like, in my situation, it's different. And that's why I have my reasoning and my opinions. Um, like, my parents are not good people. Um, and I'm not saying that because they weren't good to me. I'm saying that because I've seen it. What mostly my father has acted, not just to me horribly, but you know, to his wife, that is also my mother, and both of them are divorced. And my dad has been with other, not in this relationship. I'm saying, like, he has been in other marriages. My mom hasn't. My dad grew up in Nevada. My mom grew up in the Caribbean islands of Trinidad and Tobago. Um, my dad has been, I'm just pulling out information from my head. My dad has been to prison or done some jail time and hasn't committed a crime. My mom has been to the UK and to do studies and stuff like that. My dad has, I don't know, really. I mean, my dad, my gosh, like, he's been through a lot of stuff. Like, during the, I'm not saying he, I don't know. I'm not saying he's been through the MLK, Martin Luther King, like, march, but I'm saying in that era, like, going, like, segregation, he affected him. You know, yeah, segregation affected him. He, going through a lot as a Black person. Let's just say that. And in Nevada, especially in Nevada, I'm hearing some other older people, if not me bringing up about my dad, but like Nevada during back in that day was like really, it was a lot. I'm using terms like I'm saying a lot, but like what is a lot? It's just it was very difficult as a Black person to grew up in Nevada. Let's just say that for easy for me to say. Sorry. But my mom has traveled to the US before and in Texas or whatnot. And then somehow I think she came to Arizona, and then that's where she met my dad and stuff like that. But going back to me, I'm just saying background history or whatnot. I'm gonna say going back to me. So I don't know. The reason why I'm making this video is because if I have not made a video that I have done, what am I saying? If you have not seen me upload videos or whatnot, like I will make a statement or something, but I don't know if I able to, if I had the chance to, like immediately, that if you have not, how am I supposed to say this? If you don't see me for a really long time or whatnot, the reason is that, I don't know. No, I don't want to say this. This sounds so sad, but like, I don't want to go, if my parents see my content, okay, oh, that's what I wanted to say. Sorry. I think you basically knew, like, based on the evidence I have so far said in this video, that I live with my parents and they're divorced. I think I said that. But that's also why I'm making this video, is because I live with my parents and it's very difficult. It really is, because honestly, it's just really hard when, you know, you're going out to do your studies and whatnot, and then you come back to find out that, you know, my dad is still mad because I haven't made my bed. And it's like, you know, it's not like I don't want to make my bed, but it's like, why even bother with that? Because I had to get up early in the morning and catch the bus, because how the bus is, I had to catch my first bus. My first bus only takes, when one bus, like another bus, if I miss my bus, then it comes back in an hour. Another bus comes in an hour, and like I don't have an hour. I had to take the bus immediately and then catch the second bus, because that second bus takes me to my to community college. But like, because my dad, I'm just gonna say some things I'm gonna talk about things possibly for this that happened recently. So my dad has told me so many times, you know, make sure you make your bed, because whenever I go up in the morning early, he has to take care of my brother, for him to go to school sometimes, and sometimes yeah, and sometimes my dad has to get up to go to. Sometimes my dad has to get up and help my brother so he can wheel him on the bus to go to school, and that's around like 6, and I get up at 5 and then leave around 5:51. And my dad has been very vocal of like just saying, you know, make up your bed. And the way that I'm saying, like the way it's like I'm talking about someone and like how they're saying it, the way that I'm saying it is not the way that he is talking. It starts off with like talking, and then it goes to yelling and stuff like that. Oh no, why am I even making this video? I'm sorry. I just wanted to say like my mental. I just wanted to say that my mental and physical health could be better. My bad. My physical health is fine. My mental health could be a little bit better. I just wanted to say my mental health could be better, but under the stress that I am in, it cannot. It is like you want to improve, you want to improve, you want to improve, but this keeps happening, or whatever is going on, and you know, it's like taking like a pause, and like you want to continue this but you can't because this is happening. And yeah, but so more to talk on why my parents are horrible. I don't know, I don't think they should have been parents in the first place. um because how they act, like they're not caring as they say they are. Like, for example, for my mom, um so many times when she has commented on my hair, like like because it looks disorganized, you need to fix it. Even if I'm still young, sorry, even to this day, so you sometimes have to talk about my hair, like, oh, you're gonna go out like that? Oh, what, you're not gonna fix your hair or whatnot? And I'm just like, I'm I'm a human being. Like, it's not that serious. Like, if I look crazy, then I look crazy. But it's not like affecting you, because you don't, if you thinking that, oh, if I go out looking like this, then you're also crazy as well. Who cares? Okay? Like, sometimes I'm like, how are my parents black? How are my parents black? Because there's been so many times in the world, in America, when it was heavily suppressed, and like black people, for black people, when their hair is in like traditional style or like braided or whatnot, but and then in like corporate jobs are like, oh, no, 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 that affects the workplace. Like, come on, what are you talking about? It affects the workplace. Like, no, it does not. I'm working in a cubicle. How does that affect the workplace? Huh? And like, I'm just like, why? It's not even that deep. You know, it's just like, another thing after another. Yeah, it's like my hair, like because if you talk about my hair like that, my hair is very sensitive, and like, I don't need to get into it about I don't need to get into it. It's just like, come on, I'm a human being. I'm old enough, you know. Um, I should talk about my feelings, like how it affects me. Like, so my mom talks about my hair, so like that affects me very heavily, and like I feel very sad and very like um doesn't look like I'm a person to her, and I'm like, oh, it's just because like from one black person to another black person, like commenting on my hair, like that's like very that's very heavy. I don't know what word there's good words to put that into context, but it's like that's just very heavy to comment on, even though like my hair is light. But it's just like, that's not that's not like, I think my mom comments on my physical appearance a lot, that it really affects me as a person. Not as of right now, because I'm always focusing on myself, and like the negativity is doesn't really affect me. But like before, it affects me really a lot, because she would comment up on my looks and everything. And that comments that I did not need at all. If you're not going to say anything good, and then don't say anything good at all. I understand that when I'm, growing up, and like when you're having a child that's growing up, I get it. Like you want them to look neat and stuff like that because you think that other people or whatnot, or like I don't know, you'll worry that, oh, they're gonna comment on my child because he looks ghetto, or he looks dirty, and like that's if I don't have lice or something because of that, I don't know, like, and it didn't affect any kid or whatnot, no person or whatnot, then there shouldn't be nothing to worry about, because I came to school to learn. Okay, no one should be giving a crap about how my hair looks like, or even talks like. I don't know what I just said. No one should care about my hair. Okay, and to you, I understand. But like when I'm growing up and like you're still talking about my hair, I'm just like, when is it gonna be done? When are you gonna stop this BS? Because I have never ever commented about my mom's hair that negatively. Oh, your braids, they don't look good, or like, you need to redo your braids, or like you should definitely get a haircut because your hair is too long. Like, I would be looking crazy, but I don't say that because it's not my business, and like I don't even pay attention to that. I don't pay attention to that. And this is where the part that's triggering. I know that I just literally just said this, but talking about my dad has done more things horribly than my mom. Like my dad, I know that he went through a lot, and I'm glad the key word for the situation is like generational trauma. Like there's lots of generational trauma that I don't know how I'm gonna express that in this video, but there is, like, from my mom, but mostly from my dad, because he went through a lot of stuff as I've learned about him, then I guess my mom. But generational trauma is like literally what is happening, and I would never, for instance, if I ever have kids, I would never put this so much pressure to make a point or to make anything, because overall it's not good mental health. It's not good. Like, I don't want to tell my kid, if I do have one, that like I did like these things, or like I would not anytime soon. If they're young or whatnot, no, I don't want them, and I'm not gonna act the way my parents have acted. I'm acting, no, I'm not gonna act yeah. So, like I said, trigger warning. So my dad has done many things, cussed me out, any way, shape, or form, comment on my looks, especially my voice, because my voice is very light. My voice, as he says, is very girly, and like, you sound like a woman. You need to be a man, and like also toxic masculinity. I know I'm not saying that right, but you get what I'm saying. Just very toxic, okay? Very narcissistic. His mannerism is horrible. Not just to me, but like to what used to be his wife. Just poor mental health. Like, poor mental health. Like, the things that come out of his mouth, the way he is, I'm just like, I don't see him as a father. It's been a couple years. Like, a couple years I've said that. Not out loud, but like in my mind, like, I don't see him as a father. Like, I don't even, it's like a stranger to me. And I'm just like, I, I'm, I don't feel this father and son moment. I don't know when was the last time I felt a father and son moment. I'm just saying. So, but like, so many things has happened. Um, One of the things I wanted to point out was how this environment made me so uncomfortable. I mean, this is one of the things that why this environment is not safe for me, even though I have nowhere else to go. So I'm gonna give you an example. So last year in January, I think my mom suggested this, but I also agreed that we should go up north and you know, play in the snow and, you know, and just to get away and have, like, you know, just relax in the winter break as how many days we have left. And so my mom agreed, and then my mom also asked me, like, do you think, I don't know, I think it was me. No, it was definitely my mom. She asked me, so do you think Dad wants to go? And I'm like, possibly not, but if he did wanted to go, I was like, sure, because like, if I said no, then he would be like, oh, so you guys didn't ask me? You guys didn't ask me? You're gonna leave me out? You're so rude, or like he's gonna start up something. So I was just like suggesting to her, maybe we should just ask him, because I don't want to hear this bull BS of like, oh, you left me and you don't care about me, because he does that all the time. And sure enough, he wanted to come, so I was like, okay. And I also I was very excited to go up north, because not just because there's snow, but also because my dog Kylo has not been in the snow, and I was like, this is the perfect opportunity. I think he'll love the snow. And yeah, so we went up, we played in the snow, and then we came back down. This was I can say where we went to Flagstaff. So I live in Phoenix, so we went up north to Flagstaff, and then we had a great time, and then came back down. No really issues, no family arguments or whatnot. My dog loved the snow. Anyways, fast forward. So this was, yeah, like I said, last year in January. So I think the next week, this was, I think, possibly the weekend. I can't remember, but like it was like the next day or two. I think it's the next day. My brother was gone. Okay, the next day, my brother was gone. He already went to school. I was the one that helped my brother to go to school and wheel him out. And then before, like, I went to my room, went on my bed fully, and before I rested, like before I fall asleep, 5 minutes later, oh, you fall asleep that fast? I'm like, I don't know. I felt before I was cozy, my dad 5 minutes later calls me and was like arguing about something. Oh, because I told my mom before we went to Flagstaff if it's okay if I can drive, and she was like, "Pop, that's no problem. Like, you know, because I have a driver's license, and my parents are coming, so like that shouldn't be no problem." Like, but my dad was like, didn't want me to drive because he thought it was dangerous, you know, going up and going down. You know, because it's like the road traveling up there is like there's twists and turns, and I was like, okay, and I didn't really make a big deal out of it. And But that's what he brought up when the next morning, like, he called and was like, you know, I'm sorry that you didn't get to um I'm sorry that you didn't get to, you know, uh drive the truck. Sorry, it was a truck. Sorry that you didn't get to drive the truck. And I was like, it's fine, I guess. And he was like, um thank you so much for suggesting we should go to Flagstaff. That was fun. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's great too. And then something about, honestly, I'm telling the truth. Like, I don't remember what the argument was, but it has nothing to do with me, because I had nothing to do with it. And he got so mad, and I was like, you need to speak to mom about that, because I have nothing to do with that. And he basically came into, he was on, when I was on the phone, remind you, I was on the phone, so he came out of his room, and I was like wondering, like, hello, and he came into my room, did not knock on my door, and then he was so mad, he came on my bed and started strangling me. He was like pinning me on the bed, like I was like, I don't know what this position is, but like my face, my eyes are looking at the ceiling, but I was like on the side. I was like, hello, and I was, what's going on? And I was like way in the corner, and then he came on my bed. I was like, what are you doing? And like he started shouting and stuff like that, and like, why are you so mad? And he started shouting, and like, why are you, and I was like, why are you so mad? And I'm like, can you stop? Like, can you back up? Like, can you back up? Can you give me some space? And then he came onto the bed, and then his knees were one side, like his knees was like between my body, and like, and his face was facing me, and he started strangling me using both of his hands. He started to strangle me, and telling me like, and yelling at me, and I'm like, you stop it, please. And the reason why I didn't want to, it was a difficult situation, because if I used any force to get him off of me, I was worried that he was going to use more force and start actually getting on me and try to weigh on me, like use his weight to put, so that I can't move, and like then I'm like done for. And and then I was like, okay, hopefully I'll have enough oxygen or something, or have enough oxygen to hold enough until he gets off of me, because I feel like he may want to release his fingers. He may start to release me from him choking me, if I didn't show any sign of like I want to get away, or like any sign of like resisting. I felt like if I didn't show any resistance, then he would probably a couple seconds later remove his hands from my throat, and sure enough, he did. And then I started bawling out, crying, and just weaving, or like like, because I felt the weight that both his hands were like pushing me down, like into the pillow or into the bed. And like I was trying to make sure that like he was like my I don't know, my throat wasn't closed because I was very scared that he could have like messed my neck or messed my throat to the point where like I'm not breathing normally and like I have to go to the emergency room. But I was making sure I was like the way that I was like my hands were when he started choking me or closing my air hole, like I was literally putting my hands where his hands were. I was putting my hands where his hands were and making sure that hopefully he will stop because like I said, I didn't want to show any resistance to the point where now he wants to really hurt me bad. And so then I don't know how long it lasted, like lasted less than lasted then 15 seconds. Lasted then 15 seconds. And so I was just very heavily breathing when he got off of me and then off of the bed. And like I was like standing on the bed saying, please don't touch me. Don't ever touch me. Why you try to kill me? Why you try to kill me? I was saying that multiple times. Like, why you try to choke me? You know, you could have hurt. You could have. You don't put your hands on me. I said that more than him saying don't try to kill me. Well, I mean, why you try to kill me? And then he was denying that. Oh, I wasn't trying to do that. I wasn't trying to do that, and stuff. And I was just very scared and I was crying and I was yelling and like, can you back away from me? Like, get out of my room, like, or else I'm gonna call the police or whatnot. Oh, actually, I don't know. I don't think I remember saying that. I don't know because like, I didn't want it to escalate the situation by looking like I'm trying to do something else so that I can get rid of him, or I don't know. But I was saying that and then started yelling. I continued yelling until he stopped yelling, and then when he like slowly walked away and kept complaining, I was crying and I was like am I okay to myself because I was like I felt the weight and like I didn't know if he messed something up because my breath my neck was like very like overstimulated or what. So I went outside and I called the police and I told them everything and stuff like that. They took me to some place where to get evidence of like because he made because the officers pointed out, I didn't even know until the officers pointed out like, oh, you have a scratch right here, like a red mark. And I told him that he did put his hands on me and try to strangle me and stuff like that, and there was a red mark, a bruise. And so but then when I went there to get a test, I think I can't remember. I think on the same day it stated that that's not enough evidence. Based on the evidence, like they did a swab that just show that it could be a scratch. Like there wasn't enough for it to be like that really happened. So, but it did happen. So yeah, I'm gonna stop right now because I don't. That's a lot. I understand and like how am I still living here? And like how am I still here? That's a good question, but I don't. It'll be great to live somewhere else, but the problem is like one, I don't make enough money because obviously I stated I have part-time job. Two, I also have a dog, so if I get kicked out, I have to give up my dog, and that's also sad. Three, I would lose my education I would lose everything because like I said, I'm a musician, and I would just lose everything. I would lose my piano that my mom got. I would lose everything, my records, everything. And some of my things are up in the attic in case some emergency like this happened. But yeah, I would just lose everything and whatnot. And let me say this lastly. I think that's why. Yeah, that's why I'm making this video, because if you don't see me for a long time, that's probably maybe the main reason is because I got kicked out, had nowhere else to go. My phone got taken away because I don't own it, but I do pay the service bill. But this is not my phone. Like, I would literally just, everything would be gone, would be taken from me. Let's say that everything would be taken from me, and they would just kick me out, and have nowhere else to go. People have busy lives. People that I know have busy lives. They can't do it. And I'm not mad of anyone not supporting, want to support me, but based on their living conditions or whatnot. Like, I totally get it. So, like, it's just, after everything I've said, and like, is there ways where you can tell them that, you know, that they can show a little love or whatnot? But everything imagine as possible that in theory can work. It's burnt. Every new thing, every time what I can put into words that so you can actually understand me is that I can only control myself. I can't control anyone. I don't want to. That's not what I'm thinking of. But like, there's like, my parents are. That's why I'm saying, like, I can't do anything about that. Okay, I encourage them to, like, you know, your mental health. I encourage my mom, like, you know, your mental health. You know, I know I understand you talk to your family, your mom's on your mom's side, but like, your mental health is also important. You can talk to other people. That's why I want to also point out that I do talk to a therapist, and I tell them things, and you know, it's really good to have someone not know anything and then tell them, and like, they understand the situation, and they're not family. They are not. Everyone has their own biases, but they're not like one-sided or the other. They're here to listen, and especially for definitely my therapist listens, and so that's why I encourage not just my parents, but also maybe you, that, yeah, I know about therapy. I'm not gonna get into it, but like, you know, if it's not, you know, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry for making this video though, because I just wanted to point out, I didn't know how this video was gonna go. I didn't know how this video was going to end up, but there were some things that I have stated, like, you know, that are, you know, very unacceptable to even live by or whatnot. And, you know, I'm just glad that I'm not afraid to speak out. And if I were to fully get into it, I would want to have like a documentary about it, or some like not showcase, because that's like showing products or whatnot. I'm like some actual interviewer, not with my team. My team is doing an amazing job behind the cameras, but like, and someone who that I'm like, okay, interviewing me, not just my family situation, but like anything, could be literally anything that I'm able to give my opinion on, and what I know about me, because I am me. So yeah, but I think that's sorry. I think that's basically it for this video. I'm sorry if you're, I know I know I'm going through a lot. I mean, it sounds like I'm going through a lot, and yes, I am. Sorry. Those things that I have been experiencing, that are happening, as far as besides the, maybe my mom mentioning about my hair, I don't know, that could happen. That could occasionally happen. But my dad, on the other hand, has not done any serious crimes like that ever since. Yeah, but yeah, I'm sorry, this is very awkward because definitely, this is not a video that I feel enough comfortable to make, but like, it's just, you know, I think it would be easier if I had questions about, like, on the screen what is going on, because like, it's hard for me to even make a sentence while describing things. And like, when I know, for instance, it's like, I feel so comfortable talking about with my therapist, because whenever I talk about with her and tell her the with a list down or not, I feel most of the time very comfortable and satisfied with what I'm saying to her, because I just know because one of the things is because she also engages with me, which is very is a true gift of what she does. And so yeah, but yeah, thank you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. If you can hit the subscribe button. I'm sorry if I'm saying that awkwardly, because this, you know, this video, the context, all of that. But yeah, if you can hit that subscribe button, that would greatly appreciate it, because I do want to engage with people on YouTube and also my other platforms, like TikTok. The TikTok is like, I go full on, do whatever, you know. TikTok is there. I have TikTok. I have Spotify. If you guys want to know what I've been listening to, that's always like, you know, like, ooh. I also have Twitch. I haven't gamed yet, but because I've been busy and stuff like that. But I would love to live stream soon, or maybe in the future. But it's there. And also, I do have Discord if you want to chat and stuff like that. Instagram is more like, you know, business stuff. Like, oh yeah, I'm entrepreneur. I'm not. Nope. It's just investment ideas. I'm such a business person on Instagram. I follow people and they follow back, or they follow me and I follow you. Whatever. But for short content, all my socials are linked in the bio as well. Yeah, I'm doing my job, and that's all I care about, is doing my job and minding my damn business. Yes, and also being independent as possible, because no one else is gonna do it for you. And thank you so much. I know it's a lot, and I will see you soon. I'll make more content. I love making content. But let me just tell you, editing is just like, ugh, okay. This takes way too long, but it's at least you're making good, you know, you know, you're making a cake and the cake goes out perfectly as always. So I'm like, okay, at least it's good. But yeah, thank you so much. I said that so many times, but yeah, because it's really difficult to end this video. But yes, I'll see you, hopefully, happier in the next video. Okay? You know what? Last thing. Love yourself. I love myself. I will be okay. I will get through this. I will let you know if something is up, and like, that's why I haven't posted or anything, or have not interacted. Yeah. So